Most of these photos were never supposed to be seen. Backstage moments, hotel rooms, studio sessions at 3 in the morning. The kind of stuff that happened when the cameras weren't rolling. Except sometimes, they were. What you're about to see is the real thing. No stage, no makeup, no act. Just the people who made the music that changed our lives. Supertramp, late 70s. Roger Hodgson wrote the dreamy stuff. Rick Davies wrote the darker, jazzier tracks. They didn't always get along, but when it worked, Breakfast in America, the logical song, pure magic from two guys pulling in opposite directions. A young Johnny Cash in the late 50s. The ornate, custom-inlaid Gibson was a symbol of his rising stardom. But the true Man in Black always preferred his tough, plain Martin guitars, a working man's tool for a working man's music. Two generations of bluesmen. Long before this 1988 photo, the Stones hired a then unknown Stevie Ray Vaughan to play a private party in '82. They were so blown away by his talent, they immediately tried to sign him to their own label. A quiet moment for Stevie Nicks in 1975. She had just joined Fleetwood Mac and was on the brink of superstardom. Her dog, Sage, was her constant companion, a small anchor of normality in the coming storm of fame and fortune. The Runaways in 1976, the year they unleashed their debut album. While the press focused on their age and image, they were a legitimately tough rock and roll band. They kicked down doors and took the abuse so future generations of women could rock. This wasn't a real beach party. It was a TV set for a show called Malibu U. By 1967, with the British invasion raging, early rockers like Ricky Nelson had to adapt, transitioning from chart toppers to all-around television entertainers to stay relevant. Duran Duran, 1993. By this point, many had written them off as an 80s relic. But the surprise worldwide success of their mature ballad, Ordinary World, launched one of rock's great comebacks, proving they were serious artists. Frank Zappa and Steven Tyler, 1980. The disciplined composer meets the wild rock star. Two completely different worlds. Zappa, the control freak perfectionist. Tyler, the Aerosmith frontman who lived every rock cliché out loud. And yet, mutual respect. Says a lot about both of them. This was Guns N' Roses' first ever UK show. It was an industry showcase at the legendary Marquee Club that quickly got out of control. The mayhem created an immediate, massive buzz that helped break the band in Europe. Mick Jagger at Hyde Park, 1969. This was not a celebration. It was a memorial. The show took place just 2 days after Brian Jones passed away, turning what was supposed to be a debut into a massive, emotional public tribute. Black Sabbath in 1971, the year of Master of Reality. This was the album where Tony Iommi first down-tuned his guitar due to a factory injury. That accidental innovation created the crushing, heavy sound that became the blueprint for all metal to come. Bob Dylan and Patti Smith in 1975. This was during the legendary Rolling Thunder Review, a meeting of two generations of rock poets. Dylan was a fan of her work, a quiet acknowledgement from the master to the new voice of the streets. From the 1967 photo shoot that defined their image. Photographer Joel Brodsky was crafting the young lion myth of Jim Morrison. But Jim was in such rough shape that the rest of the band had to physically prop him up for the shots. Robert Plant and John Bonham, at the 1976 premiere of their film, The Song Remains the Same. Bonham's gangster suit was a nod to his fantasy sequence in the movie, a rare public appearance during a difficult and uncertain time for the band. A Rare Moment of Affection. Pete Townsend and Keith Moon, 1974. These two drove each other crazy, but underneath it all, brotherhood. This photo catches something real between them. The heart of the Who, right there. A young Jimmy Page with the Yardbirds in 1966. With Clapton and Beck gone, he was in full control. It was here he experimented with the bow and the heavy psychedelic sounds that would become the very blueprint for Led Zeppelin. The undisputed kings of British glam rock. In the early 70s, Slade was the biggest band in England. Their 1973 hit, Merry Xmas Everybody, is so beloved it has re-entered the British charts every single Christmas for over 50 years. CSNY rehearsing for their 1970 summer tour. Deja Vu just dropped. They were the biggest band in America and the most fragile. 4 brilliant, stubborn musicians who could barely stand to be in the same room. Moments like this, rare. Enjoy it while it lasts. AC/DC, newly arrived in London, 1976. This was the year they took their raw, high-voltage rock and roll to the world. A hungry band on the brink of becoming a global force, one sweaty, deafening pub gig at a time. The Ramones in a New York alley, 1977. This wasn't a pose, this was their reality. In the year of punk, they released 2 classic albums and toured the world, the 4 unlikely founding fathers of a global revolution. The Texas Tornado, Johnny Winter, in 1979. In this era, he wasn't just a star. He was producing legendary comeback albums for his hero, Muddy Waters. A true master, paying his dues back to the source of the blues. A young Ozzy Osbourne in 1970, the year Black Sabbath invented heavy metal. Before this, he was a former slaughterhouse worker who placed a newspaper ad reading, "Ozzy Zig needs gig." A humble start for the future Prince of Darkness. The Jimi Hendrix Experience in 1967, during their disastrous tour opening for the Monkees. The teeny bopper crowds didn't get it, and the band quit after just a few shows. The short, strange journey of a revolutionary band in a pop world.